Hello, beautiful souls. It is Dustin from A Modern Metaphysic Man, and today I thought we could hang out and take a trip through my journals and planners and sketchbook. I've had an overwhelming response from a lot of you guys about your interest in things like my artwork, my journaling and plannering habits, my sketchbooks, and things like that. And so I'm going to be starting a new series on this channel, having to do with all of my art related things. So if you're not interested in that, I'll make sure that they're clearly sort of flagged or labeled so that, you know, you can hang around and still watch all the metaphysical, occult, tarot goodness. But if you have an interest in art supplies, watercolor, sketchbooks, traveler's notebooks, tarot journaling, journaling in general, planners, any of that kind of stuff, this will be the series for you. So if you're a regular in my channel, welcome back. Thank you for checking out this new series. If you're new to my channel because you're interested in this art series, welcome. Again, my name's Dustin, and we talk about a lot of occult and metaphysical topics on this channel, but we're going to be talking about some art, journaling, planner, sketchbook, fun stuff as well now. So I hope you enjoy. If you do like what you see, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And as always, in the down box below, I'll put links to where you can check out some of the stuff, where you can buy like these notebooks today, and all of my contact information, social media links to where you can get a hold of me, and a link to my personal website, which has all kinds of good stuff on there. So be sure to check that out at the end of this video. So yeah, I thought today we could kick off this series with a tour of my sort of planner and journal slash sketchbook setup. So this is a setup that I started last month. I had finished this bullet journal, which lasted me about a year, and I decided it was time to move on from this system. I worked in a traveler's notebook system for quite a long time, and there was tons and tons of hype about bullet journaling, so I wanted to check that out. So I tried that, and it was cool. I did like it, but it was, I don't know, there's something really nice about traveler's notebooks that I really like, and I like the ability to have like notebooks specifically for certain things instead of having it kind of all in one place. So I decided to move back to this system. So I have two traveler's notebooks here. This is a classic Midori traveler's notebook from before the Traveler's Notebook company broke off from Midori. So this is an older one, and then I also have a blue passport sized Traveler's Notebook. So I thought we'll start with the little one first, because that's the fun stuff. And then we'll go into the big one. So the little one, this is actually my wallet. I use this passport size traveler's notebook as a wallet and a planner. And I always keep a pen with it. This is a Kaweco AL Sport All-Star, I think is what it is, or Kaweco AL Sport. It's a really nice pen. It's a little pen, which I like. It's easy to sort of clip and keep on. It's metal, and it comes all kind of rough and beat up like this to begin with, so I'm not worried about sort of throwing it around, whether it's in my pocket or in a bag. I always have a nice pen with me, and I usually typically keep blue ink in this, blue being my favorite color. So, you know, that is the pen that I keep with it. The notebook itself, I have several things in here. So when we open it up, I have a little flap here. This flap just typically holds receipts that have yet to be kind of filed away. I keep receipts in a little file system that I created using old cigar boxes that I really like. It just works for me. So I separate everything in there, like personal things, work-related expenses, things like that, so I can kind of keep track of things at the end of the year. Then normally in this I have it flipped over for privacy, of course. So I have my debit card and my driver's license, and on the back I have like my gym membership card, and other cards that I use at stores and things like that, as well as some sticky notes, and it's kind of like a little dashboard setup. Then we have my little craft folder, and in here I keep some different things. So I keep a wheel card from the tarot, because for me it reminds me that there's always ups and downs, and you just kind of gotta keep moving. So I keep this in here as a reminder of that. And then I have a little envelope that has like a little note that says to love and laughter and happily ever after, which I just loved. And then I have these little stickers in here of different things found in the forest, from an Etsy shop, which I love, and I throw these in notebooks and stuff like that. So that lives in here. I also have moon phases, and you'll see why a little bit later. So moon phase stickers I always keep in here. I have these little Midori cat stickers. I'm a huge cat fan, not gonna lie. I love cats, especially black cats, and this whole sticker set was black cats, so I grabbed those up when I saw them. And then I have these little weather stickers. So these are just little weather mood stickers, which I just love, and they have little faces on them. And I use those in my planners. And then I also have colored dots, and I use these to sort of like flag different things, whether it's on my calendar or my planner, things like that. So I keep those in here as well. So this just kind of holds all of that kind of stuff. So it sticks in here. If you're interested in any of these specific sticker packs, feel free to post in the comments below and I will send links. I'm happy to pull those up for you. So just let me know if you are interested and I can send those to you. And this is just a little sticker that I got from a JetPens order. They always send you like a little sticker with your orders, which I love. On the back, I keep a list of paints that I need to buy. So I am an artist. I am a classically trained artist. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Art. My emphasis when I went through school was in digital art and photography. However, I do paint quite a bit. I paint acrylic and oil mostly, but recently I have rediscovered a love and passion for watercolor. So I've been really exploring watercolor again for the first time since art school, which was 9 years ago. So I've been really enjoying that. It's been a really great thing for me lately. So you'll see lots more of that to come, I'm sure, in this series on my channel. So after that, I have a little zipper envelope that just has my cash in it. I don't carry a lot of cash typically. And then I have some stamps. That's all that's really in here, just in case I forget to stamp something if I'm mailing something, which I do mail things. I'm a big fan of analog stuff. So yeah, stamps there. Then we have my daily planner. So this is a Midori Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company now, daily planner. It's undated. You can get these dated and undated. I really like them. This beginning part, I've used these for tracking different things, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for this time around. I'm still debating, which is why there's nothing in here. And then it just goes into your weeklies. So this is this week, actually. So I started it on the 1st of July, and yeah, so it just goes on from there. And as you can see, I use the weather stickers, and I have different sets of weather stickers, but I use the weather stickers to map out the weather. So on Sundays, I go through and I put all of the weather in and the temperatures for the next week, and then I'll fill in sort of any, which I haven't done yet, any sort of things that I'm going to be doing on specific days for the following week. And then down here, I'll usually put like a goal or a quote or something like that. And then I stamp the month at the bottom. So that is the daily planner, and it goes on. I haven't, you know, filled it out all the way. And then we have our monthly planner. And this I just kind of use for forward planning and to keep track of things, like holidays. I use it to keep track of the moon phases, you know, just really kind of general big sort of things. Again, this is a Traveler's Company notebook. This is a lovely sticker that I got from that came on my package for the deck of Wonder Walking, which I loved. She's an amazing watercolorist, and she has some beautiful artwork. So I took this off of the package and glued it in here because I loved it. So yeah, in here, again, it kind of has the same setup as the daily. And yeah, I kind of stamp the month in the corner, and I put moon phase stickers in the calendar to keep track of that kind of stuff. And then I'll put like birthdays. I penciled in here TFR. If you're unfamiliar, I do participate in a collaborative channel with a couple of other really awesome YouTubers. And this is our tentative next date. Spoiler warning, tentative. So you can look forward to that. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. I typically will only forward plan about 3 months out. So I'll usually kind of keep it 3 months ahead. And yeah, anything important goes in there. I do have a little bookmark here for my daily planner, so that I can easily grab that. And I have a little crystal, it's a little quartz crystal charm on the end of that. And yeah, that's my little wallet setup. There's nothing really in the back. I keep a little sheet of extra sort of cardstock, so that if I need something a little hard to write on, or if I'm worried about something bleeding through or something like that, I'll put that in between the sheets in the notebooks. So that's my wallet. I always keep a binder clip on all of my notebooks because they're really useful to kind of clip things open. Like when I'm actually working in here, I can kind of clip all these together so they don't move, etc., right? So things like that. So I always keep one on here. It does leave a mark on the leather. I'm not worried about that. That's why I love Traveler's notebooks, is they get beat up and scuffed and all kinds of things like that. Gives them character. So that's my wallet and planner setup, and I really like it. I'm really glad to be back in this. So I kind of reset it back up last month. This month is the first sort of soiree back into using this system specifically, which is great. Then we have the big standard size Midori Traveler's Notebook. And this one houses a sketchbook, and a couple of journals. As well as some other stuff. So this is, I do take this around with me quite often, but you know, it just kind of keeps everything else that's important to me in one place. Again, I do keep a binder clip on it. I have a couple of pens on this one that I like. So this is another Kaweco pen. This is just a clear version. It has a different nib. I'm pretty sure this is the medium nib. Has black ink in it. I really love these pens because they're small and compact, and they write really, really well. Maybe I'll do a video on fountain pens at some point. I do have quite the fountain pen collection, so if you're interested in that, definitely leave a comment in the comments below, and we can go into that. But that's one pen I keep on here, and then I also keep another one at the top in this pen loop. And this is a Hero 395. It's a copper metallic pen that has a soft nib that you can get some cool flex effects with, which I really love, but it's just a favorite pen of mine, and so I keep it with this. I have actually, I've picked up a few of these now because I love it so much, so I have some backups in case it gets lost. And these were really inexpensive pens. They were like $9 US. So I'm all about cheap fountain pen thrills. You will not find many expensive pens in my collection because I don't know, I refuse just to pay really more than $100 for a fountain pen. That's just me. So on the outside I have a couple of charms. I have Eye of Horus, and then a little compass here that says "Not all who wander are lost," which is one of my favorite quotes from J.R.R. Tolkien. On the bottom, I have a tiger's eye bead with a pentacle and a couple of crystal bookmarks, which I love. So that's kind of the outside. And let's dive in. So on the inside, I have my little dashboard. This is a card from the Delos Tarot. It was one of the additional art cards. My card for the year is the Lover's card. So when I got it, I was like, oh, that has to go in my notebook. So it lives in here. I have a couple more different kinds of sticky notes just to jot down notes, quick things, flag things, things like that. On the back, I keep business cards. These are some art cards I got from an Etsy store. This was a sheet of paper that I got with the Tabula Mundi deck. This was a little note from something that I ordered from Japan. I don't even remember, but they handmade this super teeny tiny little paper crane, and I loved it, so I keep it in here. And then, yeah, I just keep different things. So the next thing is a craft folder. And I have this kind of paper clipped on the outside. It's a card for the Northwest Tarot Symposium. I've stamped this. I keep my card of the year on the cover here, things like that. This is from my year ahead spread. This is my calculated card of the year. So the Lovers and the Star, which are really two great energies for the year. I love that. On the inside here, I have lots of different stuff. So, again, lots of stickers, which is great. And then I have business cards, coupon cards, extra little art cards I've gotten. I have a couple of cards that I got from Robert and Place. These cards were replaced in the deck because the bottom corner was damaged in shipping. Again, extra weather stickers. I have cat stickers, which is, you can pull these out so you can look at them. So weather stickers, cat stickers, they're so cute. Sort of spiritual stickers, crystals and sage and things like that, which I love. And this is the Etsy store I got them from. And then I have some extra sheets of paper. If you follow me at all, you know that I make handmade custom tarot boxes to keep tarot decks in from scratch out of archival quality materials like this one. And so whenever I do a box, I'm always left with kind of extra paper from creating it. So the little scraps I keep in here so that I can use them when journaling and things like that. On this side, I have like little quote stickers. I think my mom got these for me. Things like that. I have some of these labels that I label my notebooks with, and a stencil. This had some washi tape on it, things like that. So, and there's more. This is a note. These are my tarot goals for 2019. And then a couple more stencils that I keep in here. So that is what is in the craft folder. As you can see, I keep lots of other things. I keep this is a card for the Fortune's Wheelhouse, which is a podcast that is done by M.M. Moline and T. Susan Chang. which is really fantastic. It's very esoteric. I love it. If you don't listen to it, check it out for sure. It's wonderful. So all of that goes in here, just different business cards, things that I want to keep track of. Supportive Tarot, that's Lisa, who's awesome, and then her wife, who creates really cool tarot reading cloths and bags. Sparks Creation, Peggy, they're fantastic. So that's the little craft folder. On the back, I just have another large sticky note sheet, and these are all full back stickies, so they don't run away. And then I have an old photograph of a ship approaching Ellis Island, which I love. I love old photographs. So you'll see those crop up from time to time. Then we have this cool zipper pouch, and in the zipper pouch, I have all kinds of different stuff from little metal stencils that I use for both stenciling and for embossing. You know, I have like this cool little palm reader's hand. I have little thank you notes that people have written me that I just love and give me warm fuzzies. I have more stamps in here if I need them. I have old maps that I've torn out of things that I just like. You know, it's just all different stuff like that. So different little sheets of paper. I have photo corners if I want to use photo corners to kind of stick something in here. It's just all kind of journaling miscellaneous supplies, which is what is in here. Then we get to the first insert, which is a Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company watercolor. So this is a new sketchbook for me. I did start a new sketchbook. I figured, you know what, we're just gonna reset everything. We're gonna start fresh and new in July. So last month I went about acquiring and purchasing new things to give this kind of all a fresh new start. And yeah, so first new sketchbook in here. This is the first time I've worked on this paper. I am quite surprised at how water resistant it is for watercolor paper. The water typically sits on top quite often. It doesn't really absorb in, which I guess is good because it's not really heavy paper. But yeah, I've done a few sketches and doodles and things in here of different things. So that is that, and I'm sure once I have it filled up, I will do a full sketchbook tour. Once I'm done with this, I'm probably not gonna buy another one of these. I'm probably gonna buy or make my own out of Arch's watercolor paper because that is my favorite by far. But I wanted to give this one a try. So we have it, we're gonna use it, we're gonna experiment with it. It's a sketchbook, that's what it's for, right? So we have that. Then the next one in here is my metaphysical study book. So again, if you're new to my channel, I do talk a lot about metaphysical topics on my channel. So this is an important thing to me in my spirituality and things like that. And so in here I have a lot of things that get covered on my channel in the Morning Metaphysics series. So I set these up like little mini bullet journals. So they have an index and things like that. And then I just take notes on different subjects that I'm either reading about or researching. This was when I did my History of the Tarot presentation. Some info about the Marseille. This was sacred geometry, triangle information, things like that. Some information about the god Ganesha in Hinduism. And then in the back, you'll often see these. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It actually, that sentence contains one of every letter in the alphabet. But I'll write that out to test inks if I get a new ink to see how they react on the paper and things like that. I do really like the Traveler's Notebook paper, which is really nice. And it's really fountain pen friendly, so I will always stick around with that. This is an insert my mom got for me because the quote is something that I need to work on, which is good things take time, so patience, and just love and be present, staying in the moment. I have a tendency to have bad anxiety or live in the past about things. So I got this and I decided to use this one as my tarot journal. So in here is all of my tarot journaling stuff. I don't typically do daily draws. I will do draws pretty often. And so when I do those, this I actually started earlier because I ran out of room in the middle of at the very end of May is when I ran out of room. So I knew I was moving into a new system, so I started just using this on its own outside, and then it's got added into here. So I just really write in here sort of things that resonate with me. Sometimes I'll do like these little tip-ins and fun things here. You can see some of that paper I was talking about. Sometimes they're short little blurbs, sometimes they're like whole pages with the spread and everything. So yeah, I just kind of go with it. So that is the tarot journal. And then here in the very back, I have a little Peerless Watercolor Palette, which I love. If you're unfamiliar with Peerless Watercolors, they are a dye-based watercolor. It's basically like a dye-based emulsion that gets put on a piece of paper, and then you can reactivate it with water, and you get this kind of an effect, which is really great. I love this for journaling and things like that. Because they are dye-based, they're probably not the most light fast, but because it's in a journal, it's not that big of a deal. So I love this for when I'm out and about. I can grab a cup of water, from a coffee shop, and I'll usually have a paintbrush or a travel brush in my bag, and I can just doodle, sketch, watercolor things, which is awesome. So that is my traveler's notebook, journal, tarot journal, sketchbook setup, and my traveler's notebook wallet planner setup. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys thoughts are on this and these kinds of videos and things like that. As always, thank you all so much for your love and support. You'll find links and information to Traveler's Notebooks and some of the stickers and things that I have shown in the description box below, as well as all of my social media where you can connect with me. I'd love to hear from all of you. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and click that little bell so you get notifications of all the goodness to come. So as I like to always end all of my videos, remember, everyone is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. So be kind, always. Bye, everybody.